everyone, I'm Kacie Hollins, and you're watching The Digital Dose. I've got a very special guest, Annakin Slayd, in studio today, and we're talking about, if you can't tell already by what he's wearing, the Montreal Expos. Clearly, he's a Montreal Expos fan, and I want to know how long you've been a fan of the team. I'm guessing it's a pretty long time.
Pretty long time, pretty much my entire life. So, I mean, I grew up just going to games. My mom actually had some great seats because she worked for the owner. And then it went all the way through my teenage years in the 90s and right up until the end.
So you were old enough when the team left to experience the full pain of your diehard team leaving.
That's it. Feel the pain. It's a pain that I hope not too many sports fans ever have to feel.
Yeah.
It's really a terrible thing. It feels like kind of like breaking up with or a member of your family dying, or breaking up with a girlfriend you've been with your whole life. You know, it's a terrible thing, but you know, we're trying really hard to keep the spirit alive.
Yeah, you are trying really hard. You've got something coming up this weekend. Tell me how many Expos fans you think are going to be at the Rogers Center on Saturday?
Well, yeah, this is what we've started a campaign through a community called Expos Nation, which you can see on Facebook. It's the Facebook site, 155,000 members of that site. And we organized this trip, we're calling it Occupy Left Field. So basically what we're doing is we're going out to the Rogers Center, wearing gear like I'm wearing right now, and just kind of representing and, you know, letting Major League Baseball know that we still exist as a fan base. And as of now, 650 tickets were sold through the website, and we're expecting more. And I'm telling people now, just buy a ticket anywhere and rock the colors, and you know, hopefully our presence will be felt.
So you may know already that today is Throwback Thursday. So I've got to ask you a little bit about just your past, with a little bit more about your past with the Expos and sort of how you got involved in the team up until this point. Because obviously you were a fan for a while, and now you're sort of, I don't know, an advocate for baseball in Montreal?
No, I've had so many great Expos experiences. I mean, I remember Gary Carter's last game. I was probably like 12 or 13 years old, and I brought a sign, which I talk about in the song actually. And you know, he spotted me and signed the sign itself. And
Do you still have it?
I do have the sign, and that actual picture of me with Carter standing right in front of me, because it happened that the national anthem started, and so all the photographers were lined up right in front, and I was right behind Carter. So it's kind of a very iconic picture of him now, and it's me holding the sign behind him. So that's kind of one of my earliest memories of greatness with the Expos, and you know, like I said, it's all in the song.
What are some of your other favorite Expo memories, or maybe some of your favorite players? Would you say Carter's your favorite?
Carter's my favorite of all time. I mean, Pedro Martinez is my favorite pitcher of all time. I've had a chance to kind of hang out with him because he really loved the song. He actually said, you know, when I met him, he said, I have your song on my phone. So that was kind of one of those, I call it high-fiving my 15-year-old self.
Yeah.
Because you're like, did you ever think one day that Pedro would actually thank you for something?
Seriously.
Because, yeah, I mean, he was a great one. Pedro, I mean, the whole 94 team, which, you know, was in first place when the strike happened, and that could have been our World Series right after the Blue Jays won theirs. And that is kind of the strongest memory for me, and it's obviously a bit of a tragedy, which of course goes with Expos history.
Anyway, that's all the time that we've got for Throwback Thursday, but that was wonderful. Certainly a lot of nostalgia involved with the Expos, I think.
Oh, definitely a throwback. It's always a throwback with the Expos.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for coming in, Annakin.